Good morning, Stampers and friends. It is Saturday, super early, 9 a.m. Some of you might still be getting up. We are at December 13th, which means 12 days till Christmas. It is Naomi Backstone here, coming to you from my studio in Cooks Creek, Manitoba, 20 minutes northeast of Winnipeg, and it's a chilly one again today. I'm literally wrapped in my blanket because our fire went out, so now I need to stoke that again. If you're here, say hello. I'm just gonna double check and make sure we're working here and I'm not just, talking to myself and muted on the screen, but it looks like we are good. So I've got my coffee in hand, some paper, cardstock ready to go. And today I'm here to share with you Hobby Haven again. This is my Let's Get Crafty Club. So once a month I do a monthly subscription, and after you complete 6 consecutive months with me, you get a $25 Stampin' rewards to spend on whatever you like. You also can pause at any moment in time if you need to and then carry over. You just don't get the Stampin' rewards. But each kit comes with designer series paper, all the bits and pieces to go with 4 designs, and you get 8 kits, 2 of each. And yeah, it is a lot of fun. Plus, you get the embellishments and the ribbon. So I usually pick a suite to do this because then it makes life easier, and then I can give you a whole set. So then you get that nice sampling pack, and this one comes with the earth tones. So you'll get the earth tones, and then, oh, I forgot the ribbon. Where is the ribbon? Oh, I was using it yesterday. Oh my gosh, sidebar. I went to, last night we had our team gathering, and it's going to take me a few days to clean up the videos, but oh, we had so much fun. It was crazy. Well, first off, traffic in Winnipeg was insane last night because there was a water main break at a critical spot in traffic. So if you're from Winnipeg, you've heard all about it. And then to boot, there was also redirecting everyone. So then we were supposed to start at 6. We really didn't start till almost 7. So, our food it's a potluck, so our food ended up getting cold. And we played 3 games, shared cards. Oh, it was a blast. This is the ribbon that comes with the suite. It's the chevron ribbon. It's very thin, so I prefer thicker ribbons, so it was a nice challenge to figure out how to work this into my projects. Anyway, so yeah, we had so much fun. This was the card we made yesterday, which is a fun fold, and I'm going to do another one today. And the reason why I'm doing another one this morning is because this comes with that amazing, here, let me just bring that back. Comes with like the bookmark paper or book, like somebody is reading, and then you have your different crafts. Not to say that ironing is a craft. And then you have like the spa theme, and then you have this relaxing plant nature theme. And of course, those who love to cook. So you'll notice there's only 5 instead of 6 because you have 2 sheets of ephemera that come along with it, which you pretty much need to just break out and work with. So you will get the ephemera, and then the ephemera I will just package for you in a little baggie so that, because it just falls apart anyway. So easily comes out easily. So let's make a card real quick. I don't want to keep you too long. Where's my other paper? So we finished up yesterday with free shipping, and I hope you were able to get product of the month. And just a reminder though, Spring Creative Retreat is also open. So, and if you're trying to find, if someone says, what do you want for Christmas? You tell them, I want a gift card from Nemi's Crafty Cafe, or buy me my registration for the Spring Creative Escape. So I think that's what you should do for Christmas, especially those who struggle to find something to buy for, right? Because we pretty much have everything already, but what we don't have is registration. Registration to get away and go to a crop. So why not? Okay, so that is my suggestion. Okay, now, because this is designed more for someone who loves to read, then you know what? I think we need to do a book fun fold. So it was just kind of obvious. I didn't think of that earlier. I don't know. So I'm thinking of that now. So we're gonna take a 8.5, 4.25 by 11 for our card base, and it's like most of my stuff is scored already. So this one's already scored at 5.5. But because it's a fun fold, we also need to score it at 4.25. So then if I score it at 4.25, what I'll be left with is a 4x4 square here that I can match. And then on this side, we're at 1.25, so then you can put a 1-inch strip. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm scoring it at 4.25. And then I'm gonna score it again, obviously, at 5.5. Okay, so then we'll fold it over. And then my phone went dinging, or my laptop. My apologies, I forgot to turn the volume off of it. Okay, and then this one folds this way. So now we have what we call a book fold. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. And then now we just need to cover that up. So I'm gonna cover that up because these ones have a little bit more of the darker colors in there. So we've got our early espresso, some Coastal Cabana, some yellow, and some Cajun craze. So depending where we want to cut. I think I might want to cut down here. So yeah, I wonder if I can get this one in there, and I think I can, which is kind of cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my Cajun craze, and this is gonna go on the front of my card. So I'm just gonna cut this at 1.25. And that'll give me my little break there. Or you could go a little smaller if you want. Okay, let's do that. So it should be 1.25. I'm gonna use this side. Oh, yeah. So it should be 1.25. So I'm gonna go an 1/8 inch smaller. And okay, wait, I should do it this way first, because this is 4.25. Then I don't have to cut as much. So I'm gonna cut off 1/8 of an inch. I slept in this morning. I slept until 8:15. I was like, I don't remember, honestly, the last time sleeping in that long. I was tired last night when I came home. I mean, I was yawning like crazy. So, you know, I got home late, and then I think it was 11 something I went to bed, which isn't bad. But I was just, I don't know. I was so tired. Okay, so now we're left with 4.25, and we're just gonna cut an 1/8 inch off of this one to get our small. Hopefully that's right, because I don't know what I did with my other one. Oh, I think I cut it too short. Let me double check. Nope, that's pretty good. I thought I cut it shorter for some reason. Oh man, I need a new blade already. Holy crap. I'm going through a lot of those. Okay, so that's gonna sit there. And now we need our cardstock. So let's pick, okay, so we need 5.25 by 4. So I wanna pick, here's the fun thing, you can pick whichever you want. So what did I do with my ruler? I had it here just now. 5.25 by 4. Let's just wing it. Okay, so let's see. Oh yes, will I get that? Yeah. So I'm cutting off there. So what if I cut off a 1-inch strip on the bottom? I just want to see what I'll lose here if I cut that 1 inch, and then I gain a 1 inch on the top, because I kind of like these two patterns here. So, okay, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cut a 1 inch off the bottom. I always like to do my 1 inch side on this side, because then I get more paper laying on my paper trimmer. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, so then I get that nice bottom trim. And then this will become my, oh no, I don't need that. There's a method to my madness. Okay, yes, because now I'm at 4 inches and I cut off right there and I have these two. So that's cool. And then plus that. And then a nice side trim there. So 4 inches. Because we're 4 inches in height. There we go. And then I'll save these for other projects. And then 5 1/4. Perfect. Okay, so now I got that. And then these. Oh yes, I like it. And then now you're probably going, why does it matter? Actually, if I go 1/2 inch, do I get more? No, because then we'll get that light in there, and I don't want that light in there. Okay. There's some reason I don't want that light in there. Okay, and then I got a perfect piece for a card. Woohoo! Okay, or a gift card holder. Let's make sure that fits. 4 inches. 4 inches by 5. Yep. Okay. So then now I'm going to cut it at 1 inch. Cut this side at 1 inch because this is my left side. And that's going to go on top. Okay. So then we have that continuation. I'm just going to move my paper trimmer out of the way so I have space. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I was so disappointed yesterday because the branching out dies finally came back in stock, but for some strange reason the branching out stamp set is now on back order. I'm like, really? Super annoying. Anyway, I love that set and it really goes well with this, so I was so disappointed. So let's see here. There's that. And then this one goes right on top. Why do I feel like I'm stretching here? Okay. Make sure it's the right way. I think everyone's still sleeping in my house, which is a shocker. We must be really tired. And I'm glad I'm coming on at 9 because seriously, Bishop has soccer at noon. I'm like, what? Why so early today? Normally he's playing at supper time. But then I remembered, oh, it's World Cup tournament. So his one game is today and then his World Cup, or is it World Cup starts today? And then so, oh, I cut it too long. Oh yeah, that's right. It's supposed to be 4. Hang on, I gotta trim this down to 4. I forgot. We're not doing a whole front. Duh. Okay, so trim that down to 4. Forgot, sorry. Even I mentioned it too in the beginning. You'll need a 4-inch piece. 4-inch square. And then I don't cut it to a 4-inch square. Duh. Because we had to make room for the bind. Okay, so then let's lift this. And then put our adhesive here on the back. And my initial in the middle. And then there. So it kind of looks like it's still continuing on. There we go. Okay, so now we have our card front. And now what we have to do is design what we're putting on there. So I thought, okay, let's just use ephemera, saves us time. So then I picked out a lamp, a book. So this one I had to fussy cut out of the paper because the other books I felt, there's some here, that I felt were too big for what I wanted when I used the lamp. And then if you have somebody who likes to drink coffee while they actually create, then you could use a coffee cup. If someone you like drinks tea while they read, then there's a tea bag, and or likes to snack, there's a cupcake. What else? Lots of options in here. Oops, keep those separate. We could also use the flag here, but I thought of using this, but then it's too big. Okay, so we're gonna die cut a piece out. So I'm just gonna use 3 because, you know, everything's better in odds. And then I figured we'll use yellow to do a base, and then these three can sit somewhere on here. And then you got your book, you've got a lamp, and we've got our coffee ready to go. So let's look at our die cuts that come with this. And I figure we can use this big one. I think, did we use that yesterday? We may have, right? And then we'll put that one there. You could also double up and use the banner and use part of the banner like so, but I felt that was a little too much. And then there's a mini one too, so you could use this mini and stick that in the inside. But I think we're good. I even thought of using this so the lamp could go inside of it, but then I'm like, and you can go sideways too. But I think we're good, and the leaves are really nice, but I don't think we'll need them. So we're gonna die cut this in here, and then we have to figure out which sentiment we want to use. Now these cards are not going to be in your kit. These are bonus cards. So I just want to show you how amazing this is and what you'll get. So you're going to get, like, I'm actually putting bonus cards in there. And then there's a 3D project in there, which is also a bonus. And then now you have these other cards right now that I'm sharing with you too as bonus. Okay, so let's see if our mini boss, oh, let's put our lid back on our glue here. If our mini boss will work today, right here, because I had an issue last time. It just kept sliding, that's all. So let's see. I think we're good. Because my tape, I didn't, and I still haven't attached my base here on my table, so. Okay, yay. Well, yesterday I was trying to cut multiple things, so everything was sliding. There we go. There we go, Joe. Pop that up. Pull out our shape. Stick this back on its magnetic sheet so I don't lose it, and move all this out of the way again. Okay, so we have all that, and oh, actually I have an idea. Okay, so let's take this. Yesterday we used You Got This, so today I'm going to So Happy to Have You in My Life. Yes, we're going to use So Happy to Have You in My Life. There's a reason. Oops. Let's put those back on there. Dun, 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 dun. So this bundle is $61. So you can buy it now. And then when you get your kit, which should come, well, I close it on the 15th. And then whatever's there is what gets done. And then you can, when your kit and your bundle comes in, then you can easily work on this during the holiday break. You know, no rush. There we go. I think we're going to go this way. Because the lamp's facing this way, I think I have to put my sentiment up there. Okay, I think that's what we'll do. We'll move this book sideways, move that there. I think I like that. Oh, we can add some ribbon here to cover that hole. Yeah, okay, we got it. And then we're gonna use So Happy to Have You in My Life. Put that there. Hang on, I need to take a sip of coffee right now. Oh, feels good. And I'm gonna need my mat. 9 is early, isn't it? My son's already come down and said, what's for breakfast? I'm like, I don't know, Facebook Live. What's yours? So I'm like, why don't you start cooking us some bacon? Yeah, no response. Okay, I'm going to use Cajun Craze instead, because yesterday I think we used, what did we use yesterday? Oh yeah, we used Early Espresso. So we're going to bring a little bit of that Cajun Craze out and use that. So happy to have you in my life. Wee wee. And I'm going to stamp that right here in the corner so that everything else can sit around it. And then we can build. So this will go here in our book. Can even go off a little. And then our coffee. Oh, perfect. I like it. Okay, so let's use some dimensionals. Yeah, let's pop it all up. Oh, I forgot to close my ink pad. That's not a good thing. Oh man, we played the blindless game yesterday where you had to make a card blindfolded. And I didn't play, I was leading. And so they oh, if you're listening, Marie was like, I think she should have gotten a gift, like a prize draw for being the most inkiest. She had ink all like berry burst ink too, all over her hand. Oh, it was so funny. It was just hilarious. Anyway, she was probably the messiest. And then there's this one point where Christine was trying, she's like, why is this not sticking? And I'm like, well, probably because you forgot to take the lid off your adhesive, your liquid glue. And she's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, because you just, you know, you're in this zone and when you're blindfolded, you can't see and you don't know what you're doing. So it was funny. See here. Okay, I'm going to put an extra here, but don't worry, it's just going to go on the card. So, pull that off, and then, hope I didn't pull it off. And then this is going to go here. Oh, lots of fun. And then 2 more on this one. I'm using the minis because these are small, don't need big ones. Still haven't found my mini glue dots, and I have so many open already because I keep losing them. There. I'm a coffee drinker, so I think that works for me. Where's our base? Okay, so now all we have to do is add that here. Oh, I like it. What do you think? And then add some adhesive on the back. So if you like it, thumbs up, comment, whatever you prefer. Whether you're watching the replay on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page. Now, I kind of wish I blended the ends a bit so that yellow is a little more. That's okay. There we go. And then I'm going to tie a bow and just stick that there with the mini glue dots I cannot find. Oh, I think I know where they are. I think. Because I thought I didn't pack them last night. Oh, I made my bow too big. Let's try that again. I don't think I brought, oh, I did bring out my mini glue dots. Oh, but we didn't use them yesterday. And that's why I don't remember where I put them. Okay. Oops. Wrong string. There it is. Come on. Oh, goodness gracious. Come on. There it is. Oh, okay. Let's make that look a little better. There. And then we can stick that right here. Perfect. I just gotta make it a bit smaller. Excuse me. And then we'll trim these down. And that goes there. I think my mini glue dots are in this bag. Which happens to be right beside me. Yes, they are. Woohoo! I found them. Okay. I'm like, I'm not opening another pack. I have like 3 on the go. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Now where's our last one? There. There it is. And then we'll stick that right there. Beauty. Okay. Now, to make this into a bookbind, we also need to glue this down. I didn't glue it down at first because most of the time we run a ribbon here. but this one is too short, too thin, I should say. And so it would just get lost. So there's no point in putting it there. So we're gonna add some extra adhesive there. Fold our book fold over and press, and now we have our book fold. Now the inside you have room to decorate, but what I want to do is, oh, there it is. I'm like, where's my stamp set? Now, it's gonna be risky. If it doesn't work, then we'll just cover it up with another piece. And I'm gonna take the Friends Like You Are Golden. Oh, I don't think I've used this one yet. And I'm gonna stick that right there. Now, it sucks up a ton of space, which is the only thing I don't like, is that it sucks up lots of space on here, which is kind of a disappointment. But I kind of like it because it's like a bookmark. So, I'm thinking, if you're wondering, what's she doing? Here's my thought then. Just so that you still have room to write. Do I have enough space? Oh, seriously, my ruler was right here. Where did it go? I have like multiple rulers for a reason. Okay, I have an idea, but then I don't think I have enough. Okay, so I need to go get more scrap white. I have an idea. Okay, so we are going to stamp this. We're going to stamp it. This feels very thick. It's probably a thicker. Feels very thick. It's probably thick basic white. So we're going to stamp that right there. What color should we use? We can use any color. So, well, why don't we just stick with the Cajun Craze for now? And this will not fit on my block, so I'm going to get a thicker block. Or, I mean, we can heat emboss. That's another thing, because it does say golden. Now, what was I looking for? Oh yeah, a bigger block. I was looking for a bigger block, and on my ruler I had 30 seconds. So seriously, where did it go? And another piece of basic white. So this is gonna be white on white, which I don't really like, but I can't think of anything right now, unless somebody gives me something fast. Anyone? Anyone? Look, so I grabbed my other ruler, so now I have multiple rulers somewhere here at this table. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Bam! Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay, and then we're gonna go bing, bing, bing. Tap, tap, tap. And add this right about there. Give it a few seconds. It's a pretty big stamp. Nice. And then we're just gonna trim it. So I'm gonna trim the ends instead of using the die that comes with it, because I want the top to create a flap. Okay, there we go. And then we're gonna trim here and we're gonna create a flap. Oh, I forgot to close my ink pad again. Okay, so if you go to my YouTube channel, I showcased a bunch of the cards I'd made and a 3D project I had already made, so you can check that out. I have to trim the other side of it. Oops, that didn't go well. I should trim it right to that tip, duh. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to trim the other side just a hair. Oh, that's scary. Let's do it this way. And I need about that much. And then we need to score it at about there, maybe a bit more. Okay. And then I want to trim just a wee bit off this side. Use this as a marker. There you go. Maybe still a bit more. One more here. I'm just using the paper trimmer lines as my guide. There you go. Much better. Better butter. Butter better. We're going to fold this over and burnish it. I just feel like we should have used a different color. And then this can go here like a flap. And then that way you have plenty of room to still write. Fair, fair. And then we don't have to put another color on the inside. So I'm going to grab tear and tape. Slide that here. It's kind of like what you do in scrapbooking. Put that little flip flap in there. And then you still have that 4-inch square to be able to leave a message to, from, and a sweet little note. Or you can also add a gift card into the middle if you would like a gift card to a local bookstore, for example. And then we're going to slide that right to the edge. There. Okay, so there's our card. We're done. So happy to have you in my life. Friends like you are golden. And then lift, and then you have all this space here to write a note and say thank you or happy birthday or whichever, congratulations, whatever. And there, so book fold with designer series paper. It's so perfect, I think. And oh, I guess as the last piece de resistance is add some embellishments. And we have Cajun Craze in here, which is awesome. So let's add a mini. We'll add a mini right in here. And then I'll put 2 more up there just to bling it up a bit. So stick one there and another one over here. Ta-da! And we have our card. Now that's finished. Awesome. I hope you like that. I mean, or if you like the design, then, and with some different designer series paper, by all means go ahead. That's your standard book fold. And with book paper, book designer series paper. And have a wonderful Saturday and enjoy. Well, for us it's sunny, and when it's sunny it's cold. So stay warm and happy stamping. Bye.